Hello, this is Python Pyro. I think we can forget about updating Pyrogram, so I will write a bot on Aiogram that can enlarge your girlfriend's breasts. Just kidding. I'll write a simple bot for greeting new users in the chat and saying goodbye to them. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button and leave any comment. Your support is important to me. Thank you. I took an already prepared template that I made earlier. It contains a main file, a config, and two files where the handlers will be. In the main file, the bot and the dispatcher, the main router, are initialized, to which the routers from the new user and transitions files are connected. So let's begin. I could start working right away, but first, we need to create a chat, add the bot to it, and find out the chat ID. To do this, I create a simple message handler without specifying any filters. Then I create a group, Chat. Make it public so people can find the chat through search. Now, we need to add the bot as an administrator so it can process user messages and changes in the chat. Okay, done. I start the bot and write, "Give me the ID." Sometimes you need to shout for the bot to do something. See, it even gave two IDs. Now I open the config. At the moment, it only contains the token. For convenience, I will also add our chat ID there. Now I will add a filter so that the bot only responds to messages from my new chat. I will also change the handler to chat member. This handler responds to any user status changes in the chat and by default accepts an object of the chat member updated class. For correct operation, I will make a type annotation. Also, before working, let's look at the fields available in this object to understand its structure. Among all the fields, we need the new chat member, which contains user data and the change in their status. I will save the variable values and display them on the screen. I start the bot and see what status will be upon leaving the chat and upon joining the chat. I defined two conditions for the statuses member and left, and I will create the message itself with formatting using the built-in utility in Aiogram. You can read more about formatting in the documentation. In short, we will get ready text and a correct list of entities as output. First, I will create a variable with the message and then pass it to the answer method as keyword arguments. I run the code and nothing works. Of course, it's because the status is passed not as a string, but as a class. Therefore, for the comparison to work correctly, the status must first be converted to a string type. I check again. Great, now everything works correctly. But that's not all. There is a simpler and more convenient way to do the same thing using the chat member updated filter. You can read more about this filter in the Aiogram documentation. I'll show you the basics. From the filters, we import join transition, leave transition, member, and left. These are the same user statuses we encountered earlier. Now I will write two separate handlers for joining the chat and for leaving the chat. At first, I made a mistake by not wrapping the status in Chat Member Updated filter and got an exception. Now everything will work correctly. You can also more strictly specify the statuses using Member and Left, thus showing the transition from one status to another. Now my code will only work if the user themselves joined or left the group. In other cases, if the user was muted or banned, this filter will not work. Now I write two functions, format the message content and check the operation of the finished code. Thank you if you watched the video till the end. Subscribe to the channel, there will be a lot more interesting content.